Hello and welcome back to Madness. That's basically what this is. It's just pure madness. Not the madness, but madness. There's a lot of madness out there. Last time we left off, we had a lot of things on our to-do lists and we didn't even actually finish all of it. Because we still need to fix the improved titanium smelting. So I figured that let's try and do that. There's basically 3 things on my to-do list at this moment, although that can change, as we all know. Now let's see here. What is it that we need? And or rather, in which order do we need it? We need 2 screeners, right? I'm not sure if I had fixed... Oh, actually. It looks like I do have that. Great. So titanium ore becomes titanium grade 1 and titanium grade 2. So let's make that the first order of business here, because this is where the titanium ore needs to go. Let's make a bit of space for it so that we can use a proper belt, because we love belts. I've actually realized that all games that have transport belts in them, or some kind of conveyor belts, they are better than games who doesn't have that. That's at least my conclusion. So other games include, like, for example, Factory Town, which is also one of those other automation games. And Rocks and Diamonds, that's been a long while since I played that game, but it was a very good game back in the day. Although it still exists, still works. I used to be involved a bit in that community. And it has conveyor belts. It's pretty cool. Anyway, let's focus here on this. So now let's look at the yaw crusher. So here we have titanium grade 2, here we have titanium grade 1. I think it's time to expand here a bit. The reason why we are doing this expansion is because we know that for the green science, which we hopefully one day will get to, we need a lot of titanium. So why not use an improved process? So in order to fix this, we need to separate the titanium grade 1. Are you kidding me? Are there like 11 different barrels? There is 11 different kinds of titanium fluids. This is PyBlock. I'm impressed. Wow, I had not seen that before. Wow. Okay, so titanium grade 1. That's the thing we want here. Nope, that's not the thing we want here. Here we want the titanium grade 2. Okay, so good. I need belts. What am I missing here? I'm missing iron. Let's do a little shopping round in our favorite iron chests. That's very satisfactory. Well, there I said another name. Another name of a game that includes transport belts, like the 3D version of Factorio. I've never played that. I get nauseous if I play those kind of first-person games with too much 3D graphics, so yeah. Either way, Factorio is far more superior, as we all know. Or at least as I think. Feels like our inserters are not always moving at full speed, but I can't see any power issues, so... Okay, that's the titanium... Okay, so this becomes titanium grade 1 as well. So that means that we should take this titanium grade 1, or actually we should take all of this. I didn't intend on opening the console, but oh well. And then we need to just filter out the stone, because since we are playing Factorio and since we are playing PyBlock, there's always a side product to deal with. Because that's just the way things are. And when I say a side product, I mean at least one side product. Usually at least two of them. Okay, secondary crusher. We don't have that yet. Right, that's probably where we lost focus in this challenge. Automated screener, that we do have. Don't we? Oh, okay. So here we have titanium, and then we can make titanium grade 3. Okay, so then that's where the secondary crusher comes in. Okay, let's hope we can figure this out. And okay, so the titanium grade 3 is the one that needs to go into a furnace. Right. I think we can solve this. If only we have some landfill. Sure. 4,000 landfill, that should get us going somewhere. We had plenty of more, but we don't really need all of that right now. Now suddenly I'm looking forward to getting a car and just drive around with a lot of landfill. I think this should be enough for a while. So, titanium grade 3 and okay, secondary crusher, that's for the titanium rejects. Right. I think we need to go gather the resources we need for the secondary crusher. Other things on the to-do list to do either in this episode or in some episode at some point hopefully is to fix more quartz and try to scale the red science pack, the automation science pack a bit. Because even though we're not lacking anything for that science at the moment, it's basically just a matter of time. Secondary, I think we still need some steel plates. Is it called basic or simple? It's called simple. I always confuse that. Maybe it should be called basic simple. No, wouldn't make sense. Hi Steel, how are we doing? Steel to meet you. Also doesn't make sense. Trying to come up with a pun when there is none, that just results in horrible failure. So hopefully we should have everything we need now for our secondary crusher. So secondary crusher, here we go. Now let's try to organize these machines somewhat so that it doesn't look like a horrible mess. Or rather, so that it looks like not that much of a horrible mess. Because I'm pretty sure that it's gonna look like a horrible mess. Somehow. Feel like I need to craft a couple of things because it seems like I'm running out of items. Okay, here we go. Titanium grade 3 and titanium rejects. Right. So how about you go down here or something? And how about a splitter? Of course this would happen. Just of course. It would be nice to be able to research those basic, or to produce those basic circuits earlier, but I can also understand why it is the way it is. I think it's in a way quite good that I can't produce them. That means I just have to go for the other recipe, which makes sense because the seaweed recipe is a bit funny. So let's see here, titanium rejects. I had a feeling there would be plenty of rejects. There we go. So we're gonna need some inserters here. Good. And then what is this producing? Of course it's producing gravel as a side product, because why not? But that should be easy to fix. Something is making a funny sound. Very interesting. So hi, gravel to the left please. Thank you. Gravel to a chest please. Once we get LTN and everything set up, our trains and stuff, we will of course not have, or rather we will still kinda have chests, but like bigger ones, warehouses of some different kinds, where we will put everything basically, and then trains will just come and pick it up, whatever it provides and whatever is needed and so on. This is too many inserters. Don't need that many inserters. Here, you made this. You actually did. Okay, maybe one extra inserter might be good. Great! So here we go, and this is where the magic happens for some values of magic. Now, do we have some coal dust? We do. I am afraid that we might have to fuel this manually for the time being. But I think that should be okay. There we go, and there we go. What? We've researched something. Isn't that amazing? Cool! I need more electric poles. Oh, we have fast inserters and filter inserters. Cool. Might need them somewhere. Right now I don't really know where exactly I want them, but we'll figure something out. Okay, this wasn't too hard, I think, I guess. Is that it? Oh. Having inserters seems useful. Okay, this is actually just one that it needs. So, sure. Right. Okay. Since this one is also very much not running in full speed, I don't think we need to concern ourselves with performance at this point. So we can basically close this. It's good enough right now, and it seems like we're still not lacking anything for the current research, but I think we might do so soon. But until then, let's see if we can get some more quartz. And quartz requires sand. And we have plenty of sand, so that's not an issue. That's for sure. So we'll just put up some of these here. Take it back. So then we should put the inserters in the right direction. Usually helps for some reason, and then we can use long-handed inserters to output things. Great. Then let's power it up. There we go. Now for the belts that go in the other direction, it seems like I do need to pick up some more small parts. Didn't I plan to make a belt factory at some point somewhere? I think I did, but it seems like we've completely lost track of that. Yeah, that happens. Okay, there we go. Quartz ore. Cool. How much? 5 quartz ore for 1 crushed quartz. Okay, I guess. It's not like we have much of an option. I'm not yet sure how much... Okay, this seems like we could... This seems like it could use a bit of a fix. Sure, there we go. Great. Or something. It feels like we have a lot of sand. I'm just gonna check how far this goes. Okay, so it's not completely overcrowded, I think. Is it backing up or is it emptying? I think it's... It might be a backing up actually, because this one hasn't finished using up all its sand. So let's make another one of these. Oh, robots, that would be nice. But not really time to check the robots or focus on that right now. There we go. Here, have some extra sound. Hopefully this should scale this production quite a bit. Great, we've only played 20 minutes and we've already fixed 2 things on our little to-do list. Or rather in our to-do notes. Now we can remove this fix me titanium processing to do green science. Yeah, make sure sand is enough, that's not a problem. Self-sustaining compost. Have we fixed that? We have definitely fixed that. Tar from drilling fluids. We haven't investigated that yet. Fix automation for wood tree seeds. I believe we've fixed that. Using a little hackish belt, but still. Any fix is still a fix, so I'm fine with it. And wow, we have lots of trees here, but that's okay. Don't really need them right now, so let's go and see what the main cause is for, or how, if necessary, we could scale power, or rather when necessary. One big issue is, I think, that these are being consumed more than they are produced. The basic substrate. So we're gonna check the production of this, and right now it actually looks quite good. At least for the past 10 minutes, we are producing more than we are consuming. So that's good. So maybe we should just add a couple of more labs. Or maybe we should pick up some of those small parts that we keep on missing. And maybe we should produce a whole lot of basic circuits, because we're definitely gonna need that. So that's 6 additional labs. That's basically doubling the amount of labs we already have. But that's cool. I don't often use this strategy of forwarding between labs, but now why not? I very often use this strategy of placing down some landfill when I don't have space, because I have heard that that is a very winning concept in these kind of mod packs. Right. Now I am a bit concerned about this, because the labs are placed in a bad way. So in order to make them, well, does it matter though? I was considering changing this setup so that we would have proper lab forwarding. But I realized that it doesn't really matter if we insert on the third lab and then forward, or if we, well, okay, it might matter, but Well, actually it looks nicer, that too. So I'm just gonna change how these labs are aligned, sort of, or where they are aligned, how they are built. So just kind of realized that. Oh, right. Sure. Okay. I thought I realized that I could just forward into more labs to make them get used faster. But then I realized that there were still some science packs cached in the machine, in the production here. And now I think we're definitely getting closer to the problem when I was predicting that basic substrate is... We're running out of that, basically. And that is a bit of a problem. So while those get consumed up, we're gonna check a bit. While the science packs are getting researched, we're gonna check what's stopping this production. Wood at the moment. Interesting. Why is this missing wood? Okay, how about we just take from the belts? So that's a slow wood forestry, right? Ah, these tree seedlings, it feels like I need to place them like everywhere where I have these trees or where I have these fastwood forestries. Because the current recipe is very slow. Of course I could change that by just expanding and have more fastwood forestries here. Or slow wood forestries. But I don't have any extra slow wood forestry and I don't like the idea of crafting one, so I'm gonna hold that off for a bit. But now the problem is apparent that we need to fix this somehow. And I think that one way we could fix it is maybe by moving the production and changing the direction of the belt or something. Wood processing units, please. No? Some more wood and tin. That's the wood. Now let's check the tin. Tin should probably be found here somewhere. Wow. Lots and lots of ores. How slow are these? Answer is extremely slow. Okay, you're complaining about lack of fuel. Here, have some fuel. Have some tin ore to smelt. So we should probably be taking a look at improved tin ore smelting. I have kind of forgotten how many tin plates this gives me. Probably 4. I think it's 4. It's 4. Okay, I didn't forget. And I need 50 of them. Wood processing. Yes, I need 50 of them. Oh. Well, maybe it doesn't take that long time. It should just be a few more crafts about that, for that. Seems like the seaweed is queuing up. That's good. Scaling this will be very tricky. But yeah, I kind of predicted that it would be that. Also, I predicted that I would get the next science pack sooner. But I was wrong. I was very wrong. Very, very wrong. Wood pros... What now? Oh, the wood, of course. We are missing wood because we are missing logs. Here, have some extra logs. So that I can have some wood. I think I needed 20 wood. Luckily this machine is quite quick. While we are waiting, we can just make some simple circuit boards. Please note that I knew that they were simple and not basic. I feel like there should be an achievement for that. Water break. And perfect. Wood processing. Great. I understand why we're not making that many small parts. We are essentially missing the iron for it. There is an iron belt over there, there is an iron belt over here. How far away is our favorite iron chest? It's over there. So making a belt from this iron chest, it would be possible actually. It would be messy. And yeah, we don't really have the belts. But let's craft some belts because we're gonna need them sooner or later anyway. No matter if we make a messy iron belt over there or if we make something smooth somewhere else. Right. Wood processing unit. Here you go. Let's change recipe here and let's make some logs instead of trees. And then let's make some wood. And the wood should go here, kind of. the other direction. So we need to change the direction of every step here along the way. So this means that we can, or actually, we could use both. We could use both. Let's use both for a while. We will encounter other problems anyway, pretty soon. Here, have some tree seedlings. Are we still having a problem with the moss? Looks like it. Because this moss 3 in 15 seconds, and here we are using 5 moss in 20 seconds. So it seems like we might need an extra moss farm for each of these. Oh well. Anyway, it will be better once we get to a train setup and having all of that. So yes, we can just stockpile some trees in our inventory for the time being, and maybe it apparently helps if we actually use some inserters and take the wood out from the machine as well. Right, now what are we missing? It seems like we are missing cellulose, and we are currently missing rubber stoppers. We are missing rubber stoppers because we are missing latex. Oh, because we are missing carbon dioxide. Seems to be the culprit here. It is the culprit. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Didn't we make an improved... No, we're not using that here. We are not using that here. Oh, right. I forgot to fix this. So let's fix this. Are we still off by 1? No, we're actually off by 2. Well, no, now maybe it's no surprise that we're missing... that we are missing science packs, because now we're basically... now we suddenly have 8, 10, 12, 14 labs. That's an odd number. I'm tempted to make 2 more just because powers of 2. But okay. So carbon dioxide. We can fix that by getting some biomass, or actually... Oh, we have 2 science packs in our inventory. I'm considering if maybe we want to add carbon dioxide to our little fluid bus, which is not so little anymore. course, if we want to do that, we're gonna need some more pipes. High pipes. Thank you, pipes. Most importantly, underground pipes. So, this is quite far away. I'm considering if we should just have like one source of carbon dioxide for now, which would be down here. So let's take a look at our map, because here we have plenty of biomass. So if we would like to do that, we could sort of pipe it over here, over here, over there, maybe. Actually, we could go the long route, or we could try and squeeze it in. It's just a lot of pipes here. But there is actually quite a lot of space here now for an extra pipe, so I can add it there. That should work. Oh, but do I want to do this? I mean, that's gonna be a lot of pipes. I have another compost. Can probably fix another what's it called again? High pressure furnace. Yeah, that should be easy to fix. So we're just gonna make another one. Not because we don't want to make the mess, because we don't have anything against making messes, but because it's basically such a long distance and it would require so many materials, so that's why we're not doing it. And I already forgot what we were missing. We're missing stone bricks. We are missing stone bricks, and this thing is out of fuel. Sure, have some logs. No, actually, don't have that. Have some coal. There we go. Good, another research finished. We still can see that carbon dioxide is a problem here. So this log should then... Oh. Now we will need the log for two things. Or is there anything else we have here nearby that can be... Well, of course we do have another producer of logs over here. So let's use that one instead. Compost! Steam-powered compost plant. How about that? You go there. And then I realized that we don't need to do an ugly hack for the steam, because we can just forward the steam. There we go. So then we will just have an inserter out and an inserter in. And there we go. There we will have biomass. And then we need a high pressure furnace, which we apparently never built. Great. And this should give us some carbon dioxide. Let's put it on this side. Carbon dioxide, perfect. This can probably take quite a few inserters because we're getting a lot of it at once. Great, and then it should just output it. There we go. So this should give us quite a bit of a carbon dioxide boost here, I believe. Great. There's still a couple of different reasons now why we are not producing. I mean, when you have this many labs, we totally overdone it now on the labs, I think. Actually, this one can produce quite a bit more because there's nothing wrong with producing too much basic substrate at this point. So we'll just increase the limit of the chests. Right. Okay, so 500 is the stack limit of that. We have plenty of molten glass. Wow. Okay. That's why we are missing other things. Rubber stoppers and latex. It seems like. Where is rubber stoppers? There is rubber stoppers. Latex is produced from here. It comes from this machine. And this machine is out of sodium alginate. So while at this point we could probably scale this machine and add one more pulp mill for the latex, it doesn't seem like that will be the blocker for a long period of time. The blocker will then be the sodium alginate. And the sodium alginate is far trickier here actually. So I think we should just look forward to how to get the next science pack basically and work our way to that. Now let's see, what are we missing here? Simple circuit boards, we're fully aware of that problem. We are already missing latex, but we're gonna need some latex for this as well. Right, the Halesias, the flower. And to get that flower, we first need to go through quite a bit of a process in order to get the first flower, so that we can start growing them, it seems. And then the aromatics, of course. We have, let's see, let's take a look at this titanium ore part. Titanium plate from titanium ore. We will switch that one out. Or actually, let's just keep titanium plate there, actually, for now. So, right. let's take a look at how we can get that first plant. Calesia, there you are. Okay, a codex. 50 simple circuit boards. Let's start crafting some of those because those take time. Lamps, not a problem. Glass is not much of a problem. Tin cable, not much of a problem. Cool. Oh boy. Are we good? Oh, flower DNA samples. Not only do we need a Ralesia codex, which we already needed, we also need 100 automation science packs. We need to make a data array. Right, speaking of which, the titanium. Okay, good, I am putting it in a chest. It would be embarrassing otherwise. Thank you, radar. So, okay. 100 automation science packs, sure, why not? I guess we can start putting some of them in a chest. I'm not sure about the stack size of those, but we'll limit it quite significantly. Right, so we have the research for that codex already. We have the research for the flower DNA samples. Biosample. Oh. Bioreserve. I'm guessing that's one of those things that are out in the world that we haven't found any. At least I'm not sure if it exists or not. We'll just wait and find out. Biocontainer. Okay, that's not too much of a problem. Just a whole bunch of things. Moss is easy, seaweed is easy, wastewater we have. Phytoplankton. We don't seem to have that, but we are currently researching it. It seems quite easy, we just need a farm for it. Okay, that's a sign that we should probably fix some pretty soonish. I'm wondering though how I can get how they are grown. But I guess we will figure that out in like 26% of research. 25%, thank you. Sogna bacteria. Also comes from microbiology. And we can fix these things. We fixed them before, we should be able to do it again. But in order to produce one of these incubators, which we need to produce it in, or was it possible to handcraft it? It's not possible to handcraft it. So in order to produce one of these, we need plastic bars and Nexelite plates, which we haven't done anything of yet. So once again we discover that our research, there's like, it feels like every step closer that we get to green science. For every step we realize that we are 2 steps further away. Oh dear lord. Plastic bars. Okay, that's not too problematic, unless Biofactory needs Nexelite plate. How great, that was the other thing I was considering looking up anyway. Nextlit processing. Yeah, we will want to fix that. Right. Can we make any of this? What's fine electronics? We don't have that. Raw Nextlit. We don't have an Nextlit reserve. Okay, so tailings. We're gonna need those tailings, it seems. That's the only way to get them. Evaporator. Okay, we can fix that. Right, were we done there with this? Looks like it, I think. So the cDNA, oh my god. Gene lab. Okay, we are aware of all of this at least. It's nothing new. Can be fixed. And uh, laboratory instruments, incubated petri dish. Okay, laboratory instrument we need to fix. Biosample, moss gene sample, plasmids, retrovirus. So here suddenly we've discovered 5 things that we don't have yet, only to produce a thing that we also don't have yet that we're gonna need to produce something else and to produce the green science. Oh, this is like a huge puzzle, everything. Okay, I guess we will have to, okay, so then we open up the laboratory instrument and we realize that there's 3 things that we don't have yet. Equipment chassis, optical set, and rubber. Okay, that we got at least. Oh boy. Ah. Yeah. So just assuming that we can fix the laboratory instrument, biosample. Oh, wait a minute. What was I looking at? cDNA. cDNA requires biosamples. Okay, but at least we don't need cDNA to produce biosamples because that would give in that case we would be stuck, but we're not stuck. So right. The only other reasonable way I think is to get Ralesia seeds, but I'm not aware of any possibility to get that. Ralesia bush, that's interesting. Would be nice if we could find anything like that. Here is a bunch of things that we don't have yet. Thank you, research. Have we discovered anything new? Crude oil and raw nextlit. Cool. Salt. Tin ore. Rare earth ore? Okay, cool. So it's possible maybe that if we would just explore, we might stumble upon some more cool things. But it's also entirely possible that we can't really use any of this at this point. This next elite looks interesting though. Next elite mine. Do we have something like that? Yes, we do. But that's not gonna be available for quite a while. Of course. Alright. Ah, the madness. So we've just finished bioprocessing. And now we're researching land animals. Because we needed these for something. The augs. I honestly can't quite remember why we needed them. But I'm sure... Oh, it's for the manure. Yeah, it's for the manure. Which I don't really remember why we needed it, but I'm sure we need it for something. So, yeah, the 1 hour mark is up, and honestly, I'm guessing that this is a good point to stop at, because there's no way we're gonna get those green sciences anytime soon. With the reason being that we need so many other things. We might want to 75 iron plates? Processed iron ore. Borax, sand casting, molten iron. Borax, processed iron ore. Can we make processed iron ore? I haven't seen it. We can make processed iron ore. Okay. That will probably be very handy. And even though it's not, it's only like increasing our yield of iron, it's not actually giving us any. It's not helping us process really towards the green science, besides of course the fact that we're gonna need a whole shit ton of iron and steel in order to get to green science for all the machines that we're gonna use. But yeah, I feel like any step we take right now towards green science is a good step. So I think we're gonna add a fix me Halesias. Right. To do green science, yeah, right. Goal in some far distant future. Green science. I'm gonna leave it like that because it feels like a very, very distant future. I'm even gonna move it even further behind the better circuit recipes. Yikes. But okay, Halesias and all the steps we need towards that. And like even that in itself is quite a bit of a hassle. So the codex, that's not problematic. Flower DNA samples, no longer very problematic thanks to the saved science. Biosample. 5 biosamples. cDNA. Biocontainers, phytoplanktons, right. This is something that we can start looking into right now before we finish this, just so that we kind of like get some feeling of process. Now the big question is, do you need anything to kickstart you, or can you just make this? You can just make this. Okay, that's how that farm works. So it's not like a plant thingy. It needs iron ore and water, I think it said. So let's look for some iron ore and some water, I guess. Sure, why not? Now, where do we have water? Oh, is phytoplankton a fluid? Interesting. I thought it was an item, but okay. I'm okay with that. There's the water. I'm not even sure this is a good place to build it at, but whatever. Sogna bacteria, incubator. Right, plastic and Nexelite. That's very much a next step. Plastics, Nexelite. Needed for factory machines. Okay, I'm exhausted just by thinking about it. But at least we have some kind of plan-ish for the somewhat future. We are still missing. We are missing. You know what? I'm just gonna do this ugly hack before we go as well. Because it seems like we are definitely missing quite a bit of iron. So therefore I'm just gonna put some iron on this belt. It's that simple. There we go. Now hopefully we should be getting more formic acid. And I think I want this to prioritize the right. Yes, I do want that. Right. Well, we have a plan-ish of some kind. We have a to-do list. I might figure out exactly the steps included and come up with a more detailed plan. But we know what we're gonna need. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. We're one step closer and 2 steps further away from green science.